Hey everyone! So, this is a 4-player game, again, 4-player, and this time I'm actually playing in it. It's me going up against psteinx, the legend, Selasphorus, another long time veteran of this game, and our old pal has been in a lot of our videos lately, amitss1. So we got this Purple-Blue-Yellow-Aqua config. Amitss is putting the 5 up for bid. That shocks me. Okay. Selasphorus has to put 3 up for bid, right? I'll put 5 on it and see if Selas goes 6. Personally, because of the possibility of triple Paris, I'll just buy all the $3 oil here. I think that's the play. Because we don't know how much oil is going to be used in the next turn. Also, there's a lot of huge plants that came in. 42, 37, 33. So 42 is going to go under the deck. And we know that 11 is always the next plant coming in after the 10 on France. So I'll follow Stein's lead here. I'll take the 3 for 5 and do the triple Paris build. So next turn, this means I'll put the 10 up for bid. We'll see if anybody else clicks on it. If they do, I'll pass on the 10, I think, and then just fight for the 11. My cheap cities, plus having 1 extra oil stored, that will give me an advantage for winning the 11. Wait. There we go. I was going to say, somebody should build an Aqua. I'm a little bit surprised amitss didn't go Aqua. I personally would rather start an Aqua than Yellow on France because Aqua has much cheaper cities. And cheap early cities are very valuable. I expect to get stuck with this, though. Which I'll be okay with if we get all these other efficient plants coming into the game. I'll be fine with that. Hey, never mind, there's 20. Okay, coal's not going to be cheap for me. 40 and 20 come in. 11's value just went down a lot with 20 in the game. Although there's a little bit of bidding for 11 still, which makes me feel good to see. 11 should be bid on because you have to think. Am I the player who's going to win the 20? If not, then wow. Okay, well. Never mind. I actually made out pretty well from that auction. Stein has to buy a plant here, probably the 9, I think. 9 fits best with the 4 in terms of resource costs. But with the 7, Stein could build to 2 and then stable. Okay, yeah, Stein goes for the turn order. That's also a very reasonable play. It was either the 9 or the 7 there, and I was about to say the advantage of 7 over the 9 would be that you can build to 2 cities and then stay at the bottom of the turn order. That's what I was thinking there. So 33, 37, 40, 46. $42 and 46 are going into the deck here. Yeah, there's a lot of bad plants that could still come. I forgot to mark off 14 too. Raw materials. And I don't have enough to store an extra coal, which is unfortunate. The 14 coming was actually kind of lucky for me because it made my 10 stand out more compared to other plants on turn 2. Like, 10 already made me a profit. Just firing in one turn. 27, so again, we're getting these big plants. Okay, well, obviously I'm putting 20 up for bid. Because I might actually have the money to build a 4th city this turn. I think I should, at least. $20's worth a few clicks at this point. My cheap builds give me a bit of an edge there. Although, 26 comes on. Okay. Well, at least this comes early where there'll be a fight for it. This plant should go around 40-ish, I think. Selasphorus is the player, like, Selasphorus and Stein, they both really need this plant. Amitss should bow out of the auction. Yep, that's good. So, like, 35-ish, that's, I mean, for turn 3, that's a very fair price for 26. Because you still need money to, what I would say is on turn 3, with a plant like 25 or 26, any of those plants, I'd like to have enough money to build a 3rd city and fire that plant. That will get me the money to reach 5 cities in the following turn. So I'll have the money easily to just buy coal, even store extra coal, and power my 3. And Amitss, 15 comes on. 27. After 27 had some competitive bidding, which is good. An early 27 is pretty good indeed. Like, it should go for a little over 30 probably. And now 15 comes on to kind of crap on things. Amitss does take the 15, though. Stein obviously not buying anything because of a winning 27. So it looks like Stein is kind of setting up for his efficiency strat here, again, that he is so well known for. 31 and 32 were both drawn, by the way. There's been a lot of big plants coming so far. So this turn, all I'm going to do, because I cannot build a 4th city, is just store the maximum amount of extra coal that I possibly can. Or do I? Or do I? Because I don't think the players here will really have an incentive to buy extra coal, though. I think I'd just buy my 3. Because I'm going to go low in the turn order. I should go below Stein and Selasphorus. And basically, I'm expecting all these other players to build the 3 cities. Yep, I was right. So only Amitss will stay below me in the turn order. And I have to hope 31 does not stay on the market here. Luckily, we are running out of plants above 31. So there is that. Bingo! Market stall for a turn. That definitely helps out those of us with the big plants then. 19 and now 23, so yes, this is the market stall we were talking about. It was a very strong possibility after this run of big plants that we've had at this point. Stein will need to build to 4 because he's sitting on a lot of extra coal that he needs to use. And luckily, I can store a lot of extra coal and build to 5 here. Luckily. Yeah, I think I just store... So I can buy exactly 5 coal and build up to 5 here. Yeah, because like Dijon Besancon would be a better build for me in terms of step 2 positioning. But I can't afford it at this point. I cannot afford 3 coal plus this build, so I have to take my cheapest cities here. Plus it hurts Stein a little bit, taking away cheap options for Stein. Amit's building north and west. That's a very good build. So Stein is about run out of the really cheap cities at this point. Rennes is decent. Rennes is decently priced, but anything after that is pretty expensive. 31, 32, 33, 37. 37 goes under. 25. All right. Well, definitely glad I stored the extra coal this turn, since I'm second from the top here. And I mean, and basically when it comes to coal, I am the top. Stein has no need to buy a plant this turn. Like, if Stein really wants to build out and make more money, he can just run the 7 this turn, since oil is decently priced for it. Yep. I smell a build from Stein. And yeah, I don't have a reason to stock extra coal here at this point, because I expect Stein to build above me in the turn order. Yep. Stein triggers step 2 right away, which is a good move in his situation, because Stein really needs to win 25, I think. Or just one of these other big plants. And I'm going to be second from the bottom in turn order, and thus I have no reason to build. And I didn't even see 38 come, so that's going under the deck. When you're in a situation like Stein's, where you have, you know, not the greatest plants, you have efficiency, but you don't have good plant power, in that kind of scenario, I'll put in a click on 25, just because there's a lot of other players who are going to need this plant more than me. Very surprised Amit's is passing on it, though. I mean, again, 20 and 25 I don't think are going to go very well together in this game. There's a chance 31 could get on the market. Not a great chance, but there is a chance. But I'll let these two players duke it out for 25. Stein is the one who needs it most. He actually gives it up to Selasphorus, though. Here, I think I might make a bid on 28, actually. I didn't even see that 16 had come in the game. Okay, 29 came in. Let me look at the odds for this. 12 could come, 17 could come, 18 could come. 21, which would actually be good. 22 would be bad. 24 would be good also. So like 12, 17, 18, 22 would be the only bad plants here, I think. Stein's going to get a cheap, efficient plant here. But I just think the chances of a bad drop are too low. Like, I would rather have 24. I'd rather have 24 than 28. And there's the stall with 17. Yeah, Amitss is dead now, I think. I'm looking pretty good. Like, with me having the 20, what I look for is... And the 12 came in after, too. All right, sweet. So what I look for with the 20 is I like to have a good second plant that can make money and will give me good turn order. That's what I think about here. All right. Realistically, I am not going to be able to build to 9, so I need to just factor in building to 8. And I think this will be the best option for me. It'll kind of leave me a little bit open as far as which build I can take for my last city. Alright, so Stein gets blocked out of Paris, which is very good news. Okay. Nah, that only gets me 2 cities. That's bad. Yeah, I'll do that. I also forgot to mark off 24. Okay. So we know 33 is going over there. The nice thing is, I'll now be below Selasphorus in turn order, and Selas is not able to store extra. Like, Selas did not store extra coal, so I get to buy coal before them again when they haven't stored any extra. That's really good news for me. Stein, as always, is winning the money battle, though. And I didn't see 50 come in, so we know that that is going under the deck this turn. Trash gets cheaper for me each turn too now because trash restock rate goes up to 3 per turn in step 3. And I'm only burning 2 trash per turn on my 24. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to attack coal as much as possible here with Selasphorus because Selas is one of my main competitors in this game. Interesting that Selas continues to refuse to buy extra coal. The problem is they're not getting great value from 26 and 25 if they stay at 8. Like, I'm building to 9 this turn because I want full value from my plants. But I'm not going to build any more than 9. Stein continues to stand pat in terms of the cities there. I'll take this. That's a big block for Selasphorus. $39. Okay. I am passing because, again, when you have a 5 and a 4, you do not want another 4 plant. This, on the other hand, can be bid. I can safely bid on this, at least some. Stein is the one who really needs this plant, though. But we need to make Stein pay a high price for it. Yeah. Step 3 will come either next turn or the turn after. This makes me very glad that I won the 30, because I can just keep burning trash now. Stein getting the 31 at cost is actually a sweet deal for him. Like, he might be the favorite now, I think. Stein just stuck to his turn order game plan, and it's going to pay off for him with being able to buy coal for cheap. There's no reason for me to have to... Because now step 3 is going to come in the next turn. So 44 will go under the deck, and step 3 card will be next after it. Because again, 4 plants are removed from the game in 4-player. So we know that 21, 22, 35, and 36 were those plants that were removed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to just buy 5 trash here. And luckily, with step 3 coming on, the step 3 card being drawn here, that should mean that 4 trash will be restocked in step 3 instead of 2. So that'll help my cause a lot. I'm very glad I got 30 here because it gives me the luxury of not having to fire the 20 again until the end of the game. I'm not going to have to use the 20 again. And that's a really good thing with 25 and 31 both out there as well. And even 15 still in the game. Plus 29, which can also attack coal some. I don't want to keep building into Stein, though, because I can build Mulhouse, too, which is not going to change my turn order any for step 3. I'll fall above Selasphorus after this turn anyway. And Mulhouse is a step 1 spot here. That's really going to get me the value from using this $18 direct connection to Dijon. I'm getting a lot of value from that connection here with these builds. My plan will be to not buy a plant on the next turn, and then try to aim for 18 on the turn after that. And like I said, 44 goes under the deck, and step 3 card is next. This market is iffy enough that 39 looks good, like worth 50 plus here. This plant has a lot of value for me, actually, because with this one, I can replace 24 with this. It'll make me more money on this turn. And it'll get me to 18, which is what I'm looking for. And yes, it's the player above me in the turn order. Fantastic. That's who I wanted to win 38, if anybody. And he had to pay a pretty penny for it, and trash is about to get much more expensive for him. I will actually pass on a plant here, since these are not great options. 32 is okay, but the problem is, I want to see what my money looks like next turn before committing to something here. Yep. This is why I'm glad I don't have to run the 20. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Enough trash for 2 turns worth of the 30 and 1 turn remaining here of the 24. So yeah, I am going to punish that 38 really hard here. Stein had to pay a good amount for 39, but the resources are like almost free. So I still think Stein's the favorite to win here. He only needs a 6 plant to reach 18 in the following turn, and he should be rich enough to pull that off. One way or another, this will be all the trash I need for the rest of the game. My hope here is that I can stay bottom, and that'll make it a lot easier for me to calculate the cost of my resources and builds for the last turn. I have a hunch I'm not going to get to 18, though. Okay, so Stein can't quite get to 15. That's a good thing, at least. Wow. Selasphorus, they're in an interesting spot, too. So I can build... I can build 3 more and be guaranteed to stay bottom, which is good news for me. Yeah, where do I build those 3, though? There we go. This way, I want to set myself up to get these cheap cities in Aqua to close out the game. That's what I'm going for here. So 20 is worth firing in this situation, I think. Let me check payments. I'd be running 10 versus 14. So 105 versus 129... Yeah, I make 25 bucks from it, so definitely worth it to fire the 20 here. I'd definitely profit from that. So 40 and 42 are there. 37 came in. So there's 33... 54. So, Stein's in a tough spot. He cannot take the 42. He risks me getting a plant like 46 and buying out his coal if he were to take 42. So Stein, I think, is going to commit heavily to this plant. I suspect Stein is aiming for 18 here. I'm very glad I managed to work my way into Aqua, though. That's for sure. Because my cheapest builds left would definitely be Marseille, Toulon, and Nice. Yeah, Nice is just a little bit cheaper than Angers here. Yeah. 75... 1, 2, 3. So I would have to pay like 56. So I'm targeting 17 this turn. I can't go for 18, which means I can pay 49. 49 is my target number for the 40 plant. The remaining plants left are less efficient for me. Except 50. Now I have to pass. So 50 and 46 are the plants remaining here. 46 would actually be decent for me in that it would let me replace the 20. Yeah, I'd be able to bid up 46 a little bit. A 46. So now it's a 50-50 chance here for this one. Stein can't get to 18. Okay. Okay. Well, now I need to do math here. What would be cheaper for me? So. Plus 50. That would leave me with 61. That would leave me with 61 if I were to buy 50. Whereas with 46, let's do 46, 1, 2, 3. One, two. Right? Am I doing this right? 1, 2, 3. That would leave me with 111 minus the 50. And then with 46, it would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So I'd spend 3 fewer dollars in resource more in the plant. So actually, given how much it costs other players, though, I think that still 46 will be the better option for me here. 46 to replace the 20. The math, I think, given how much it hurts opponents, I think the math works out to 46 being just slightly better overall for my chances of winning than 50 here. Although I don't think I'm winning either way. I mean, Stein's builds will get blocked a lot. That'll be a disadvantage he has, but he's got such cheap resources. The fact that he can't get to 18 does comfort me, though. Okay, amitss cannot make it to 17, so I at least finish ahead of them in the standings. I still think that Stein and Selas are both going to finish ahead of me, though. Stein still has a couple cheapish cities, too. Stein can take Le Havre, which is cheap. 25, that's cheap for a step 3 spot. Le Havre and Rouen both, actually. Stein can get those building this way to get 2 of the 3 that he needs. Problem is his third city will be expensive. His best option for a third city would be... Oh no, he goes that way. Okay, that makes sense. Makes me very glad I built in those parts of the map earlier. Make that a little more expensive for him. Yep, I was correct about me finishing third. Wow, I was not that far behind Stein. Ooh. We are going to get a 5-player game now. I'll actually stop the video here, and then next one will be a 5-player game on Germany, so see you then. And congrats to Selasphorus.